awkward. So today we are moving on to chapter 15. We finished up chapter 14, or we did chapter 14 in class on Tuesday, which was installment buying. And I really like these two are my two favorite chapters in this course. Chapter 14 with installment buying talks about the cost of credit and helps you to see how credit cards can be dangerous, especially if you're only paying the minimum payments. But credit cards can also be useful because they help you build your credit, and the higher your credit score, then the lower the interest rate you can get on things like, you may be able to pay cash for a lot of things, but you can't always pay cash to purchase a new vehicle, or especially to purchase a house. So you want to build up good credit so that you can get lower interest rates on big ticket items. So chapter 14 was on installment buying, and chapter 15 is on the cost of buying a house. And like I said, I think this is a really interesting chapter, really great chapter. I wish that we were actually in class because I like to spend 2 days on this, and I like to do the project, which is what we'll talk about a lot today. And then there's also this like handout. I can't remember if it's in this. Let's see if I put it out there. If it's not, then I will. Yeah, no, that's the buying the house project. There's a handout I'll see if I can put in there that helps you determine about buying a house and how much house you can afford. And it's a thing that was given to me when I bought my house back in January. So I really, really like this chapter. We'll talk more about the project in a second. You'll see I've got the chapter folders open for the rest under the transition item for the rest of the semester. We're almost done, guys. So for today, you should have read the chapter and completed the smart book. And today you're going to watch the lecture videos for the chapter. There's just 2 of them. Attend the live class and complete the home buying assignment. And that is your attendance assignment for today. So please make sure to complete this by 11:59 p.m. tonight to be counted as present for class today. And the link is under Lessons, Chapter 15, Graded Assignments. So, Chapter 15, Graded Assignments. Here is that home buying project. And I said, it's a very big decision to become a first-time homeowner. There are a lot of things you have to consider. 3 important factors are the price of the home, the mortgage interest rates, and your salary. So in this project, we are going to look up the current values for a couple of houses and compare them and see how current interest rates affect the mortgage you can afford. Banks are a lot of times going to approve you for more house than you really need and try to get you to spend more money. They say, oh, you can afford a $1,500 house payment, but if you have done your budgeting and you see that you're only comfortable with $1,200, then don't get talked into buying more house than you can comfortably afford, because you don't want to end up house poor. You want to be able to afford a house and still do things that you want to do. So that is, we'll talk about this project in a second, but that is chapter 15 is that. Then we have 2 more chapters next week: compound interest and present value, and annuities and sinking funds. The lecture videos for both of these chapters are posted in their respective video resources folder, so you're welcome to go ahead and watch those, work ahead on the smart books and the homeworks and things. Just know you've got to come back and complete these attendance assignments each class period, each Tuesday and Thursday. So the links are here, but they don't open until the actual day that we would have class. And then the very last week is our final exam week. And we'll have a final exam review. We'll talk about, watch this video here on May 12th to learn about the final exam. And then the actual final exam is due on May the 14th. So it is comprehensive, but it doesn't cover chapters 12 and 13. So once you get through this chapter, you have covered all the material for the final exam. I think I've mentioned you guys about summer and fall registration being open. So get registered for those classes now. So let's look at the project. And then I'll answer questions. So this is the project. It says the first thing you're going to do is shop for a house. You're going to use realtor.com to shop for 2 homes, specifically in the zip code 27603. So that's in the area of campus. One home that you'd look up must be under $200,000 and have 3 bedrooms and 2 full baths. The other home will be your idea of a dream home. Doesn't matter how expensive it is, how many bedrooms, how many baths, whatever. But you have to use the same zip code of 27603. These 2 homes must not be listed as contingent. Contingent means that an offer has been made on a house and the seller has accepted that offer. So as long as everything goes through for the buyer, then that house is sold. And also make sure you're not using rental properties because you're buying a house. So fill in this table below with the information you choose on the 2 homes you choose. You'll fill in the address, the total square footage of the home, the list price, how much it's going for on realtor.com. Calculate the price per square foot. Take the list price, divide it by square footage, tells you the price per square foot. Tell me how many bedrooms, tell me how many bathrooms, and tell me some features. Does it have a nice kitchen? Is it a big yard? Is it a fixer-upper? Does it have hardwood floors throughout? Things like that. Some things that if you were looking at this house, you'd want to jot down to remember. School districts, things like that. Use might be, depending on your point in life and what you're interested in. So I pulled up realtor.com. And you're on the buy here, and you'll put in 27603. Takes you to the search. Up here at the top, you'll see this is everything. Up here at the top, we want to put a max of $200,000 with at least 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. And we can hide the pending or contingent because those are the ones that offers have been made on. Save search. So now it comes back with all the houses in the 27603 zip code with a max of 200,000, 3 bed, 2 bath that are not under contract. You see there's only a couple of options here. So I'm going to choose, where'd it go? And say be careful because if you go down here, this is not in. But I want to look at this one. Our address would be 6204 Briarwood Drive in Raleigh. 3 bed, 2 bath. My square footage is 1,104 square feet on a 0.44 acre lot. My selling price is listed at $127,000. So if I click on it, then I can see some pictures about it. I might write down in my other features that it has a ramp and a covered porch. Looks like it's got a little shed out back. It's got a nice soaking garden tub. I'm just going to click through and take a look at the house. It's got carpet throughout. There's our kitchen. So you can see it's a little house. It's only 1,100 square foot. Down here it calculates the price per square foot for you, so you could just copy that. And so you would put all that information back over on your spreadsheet or your Word document in your table. So that would be this house. Then we would go back and say, okay, well, I'm going to take off my max and I want it to have 4 bedrooms with 3 baths. So I would just pick a house here that meets those requirements. This one. There's my sale price. It's 4 bed, 3 bath, 3,000 square foot on a 0.62 acre lot. Within my zip code, my price per square foot right here. And then just click through and say, okay, it's got a nice shaded backyard with a barn. Looks like it's got laminate flooring. Just kind of click through and take a look at the house. So once you've picked your 2 houses, you will fill out this part of the information. Now, let's talk about actually buying the house. In the next part, I want you to use this information. I got this today regarding interest rates. A 30-year fixed rate today with excellent credit is 3.53%. A 15-year fixed rate with excellent credit is 3.060%. I want you to go to this website to calculate the cost of a 15 and 30-year fixed mortgage on both of your houses. So you'll fill out one of these for the first house and one for your dream house and one for the house that meets the specifications I've listed. So you'll fill in your address. The list price of the home will be the same across 15 and 30. You're putting 20% down, so calculate how much your down payment is going to be to figure out how much you're actually borrowing. So that all of this right here should have the same information in it. It's the same regardless of if it's a 15 or a 30-year fixed. Here, fill in your interest rates from this table above for your 15 and your 30. Then you're going to go and figure out your monthly payment for principal and interest. So if you go to, I said, what's our 30-year? 3.53. Here. 30-year is 3.53, and we'll use this house. 330,000 is my sale price. Okay, I can't keep it. So I'm putting down 20%, so it calculates my down payment. 30 years, my interest rate. It's telling me that my monthly principal and interest right here, that's my monthly principal and interest payment. Then you can fill in homeowner's insurance and property tax. Let's go back to the document. So my monthly payment for principal and interest. Calculate how much I'm going to end up paying back to the bank once I pay the loan off. If I make all of my payments, say my 15-year, make 12 payments, 15 years for that monthly payment amount, how much am I going to end up actually paying for the house? Estimated annual property tax amount, go back to realtor.com. If you go down, let's see. Oh, right here. Property taxes, right here. You can see the property taxes in 2019 were $23.96. So I'm under the property history tab of the house I was looking at. So my property taxes each year are going to be $23.96. So that's what I would put here. Estimated annual insurance. I keep doing that every time. Let's see. Take this number here that's given and multiply it times 12. To list your insurance. So figure out what your total monthly payment is. You've already calculated your monthly principal and interest, your PI. Now you need to calculate your TI, your taxes and insurance. So make sure you divide these by 12 to get your monthly payment amount. Lastly, I want you to calculate estimated closing costs on the sale, because in the chapter we discussed how there's some hidden costs in buying a house, and one of those is closing costs. So we're going to say that closing costs are 3% of the sales price. Excuse me. 3% of the sales price, not of the amount you borrowed but the list price, how much the home is listed for. So your closing costs are going to be 3% of the sales price, plus attorney fees, plus title fees. So tell me how much your estimated closing costs are going to be on these two houses, on this house. Then you'll do the same thing for the second house. List price, down payment, amount borrowed, the given interest rate, calculate the monthly payment for principal and interest, how much you're going to pay back to the bank, your principal and your interest, annual property tax amount, insurance, telling you total monthly payment, and then the same closing costs on this house. So this is a kind of fun little project to look up houses to see what a average house goes for in Raleigh and then a dream house in Raleigh. Any questions about the project? So down here on monthly payment, it kind of tells you, it kind of gives you an idea, but I'm giving you a different interest rate. What did I give you as the interest rate on a 33.53? So that kind of calculates it for you. If you use right here this monthly payment on Realtor, then you can use this to calculate your monthly payment, principal and interest, property tax, and homeowners insurance. Questions about the project? All right, I'm going to pause my sharing because I want to see if I can find something else, but oh well. I'll find that other document and get it posted. Oh, I know one more thing I forgot to tell you guys. Under lessons, there are 2 new assignments up here. Course evaluation survey. If you're new to Wake Tech, I ask you to do the course evaluation. If you go to the link there, go up here in the right-hand corner, click on mywaketech.edu, log in. It's just the first part of your email. It's not the @my.waketech.edu. At the very top of the page, you'll see you have a course evaluation to complete. If you click here, you'll see a list of all the evaluations for all the classes that you're taking this semester. Click on ours for BUS 121 and please complete it. It's completely anonymous. I don't see any of the results until after final grades are submitted. And even then, I don't know who said what. So please complete the course evaluation survey and add comments to the survey. Think back to when we met, the very few brief times that we did meet in our seated class, and give me feedback. Give me ideas of things that you liked and things you would like to see improved on, so I can make this a better course going forward. Once you complete the survey, they email you a confirmation. The confirmation email gives you a code. All I want you to do is click on here and put either in the comments or submission that code and hit submit. That way I know you've done it and I won't keep emailing you and hounding you to complete the survey. The deadline for the survey is Friday, May the 8th. This doesn't count as a grade, so points possible 0. It's just a check the box kind of thing to make sure that you have done it. Second is grade confirmation. I want you to go in and compare your Connect grades to Blackboard to make sure everything has transferred over. Also, please make sure that you have a grade for all assignments. I went in this morning and finished grading all the discussion boards and other assignments that have been submitted. If you don't have a grade for something or something is incorrect, this is your way to let me know. You'll click here and then you'll write a submission. Either all grades are entered and confirmed accurate, and I'm talking through chapter 16, or grades are not entered or not accurate. Please review the following assignments and list out which ones you have questions about. And this is due by Tuesday, May the 12th, so that I can make sure you have confirmed your grades by the deadline for the final exam. And again, that does not count as a grade. It's just a check the box kind of thing to make sure that, you know, you've looked over your grades and everything appears to be correct for you. Yeah, so questions about any of that? Make sure you got one discussion board left, which is chapter 14, so make sure you don't miss that. And then we'll be done with the discussion board. So make sure you're getting that project done for class today. Anybody have any questions? Okay.